Aircraft carriers, also known as floating air bases, have proven their operational worth in naval fleets since World War II. These giant vessels are equipped with a full-length flight deck capable of carrying and arming numerous aircraft, including fighters, strike aircraft, and helicopters. Only 9 countries possess the biggest ships as a part of their naval fleet, including the US and Asian naval forces. And in this video, we'll look closer at different hull design and weapon stowage, aircraft launch systems, and a lot more. We've put together a list of the 10 largest, most powerful, and most modern aircraft carriers in the world. Let's take a look. Gerald R. Ford Class. The Gerald R. Ford class is the aircraft carrier replacement class for the Enterprise and Nimitz-class aircraft carriers for the US Navy. The Gerald R. Ford CVN-78 was ordered from Newport News Shipbuilding on September 10, 2008, and was commissioned July 22, 2017. The Gerald R. Ford class is the premier forward asset for crisis response and early decisive striking power in a major combat operation. Gerald R. Ford class aircraft carriers and carrier strike groups provide the core capabilities of forward presence, deterrence, sea control, power projection, maritime security, and humanitarian assistance. The class brings improved warfighting capability, quality of life improvements for sailors, and reduced total ownership costs. Each ship in the new class will save more than $4 billion in total ownership costs during its 50-year service life compared to the Nimitz class. The CVN-78 is designed to operate effectively with nearly 700 fewer crew members than a CVN-68 class ship. Improvements in the ship design allow the embarked air wing to operate with approximately 400 fewer personnel. New technology and ship design features reduce watch standing and maintenance workload for the crew. The Gerald R. Ford is the first aircraft carrier designed with all-electric utilities, eliminating steam service lines from the ship, reducing maintenance requirements, and improving corrosion control. The new A-1B reactor, Electromagnetic Aircraft Launch System or EMALS, advanced arresting gear, and dual-band radar all offer enhanced capability with reduced manning. The Gerald R. Ford class is designed to maximize the striking power of the embarked carrier air wing. The ship's systems and configuration are optimized to maximize the sortie generation rate of the onboard strike aircraft, resulting in a 33% increase in launching and recovering fighter jets over the Nimitz class. The ship's configuration and electrical generating plant are designed to accommodate new futuristic weapon systems, including direct energy weapons like lasers or electromagnetic railguns during its 50-year service life. Nimitz class. The Nimitz-class aircraft carrier continues to be the centerpiece of the United States Navy. In times of crisis, the first question leaders ask is, where are the carriers? Often, the presence of an aircraft carrier has deterred potential adversaries from striking U.S. interests. Aircraft carriers support and operate aircraft that engage in attacks on all targets, land or sea, and engage in sustained power projection operations to support U.S. and coalition forces. The aircraft carrier and its strike group also engage in maritime security operations to interdict threats to merchant shipping and prevent the use of the seas for terrorism and piracy. Aircraft carriers also provide unique capabilities for disaster response and humanitarian assistance. The embarked carrier air wing provides helicopters for direct support and C-4I assets to support them and ensure aid is routed quickly and safely. The 10 nuclear-powered Nimitz-class aircraft carriers are the largest warships in the world, each designed for an approximately 50-year service life with one midlife refueling. Queen Elizabeth class. 3 times the size of the Invincible-class aircraft carriers, these huge ships use the latest technology and equipment, enabling them to operate with a streamlined crew of just 679. A key factor for this is the carrier's cutting-edge weapons handling system, which can move armaments to the flight deck 6 times faster, bringing the number of people required to operate the system down from 160 to just 48 crew members. The separation and distribution of power generation machinery on the QE class increases the survivability of the ship, while the electric propulsion system enables these ships to operate more efficiently, reducing fuel consumption and running costs. The highly integrated mission system is the brains of the carrier, bringing together tactical, navigation, command information, and mission control data that can support multiple aircraft operations and task force group command functions. The twin island design separates the running of the ship, giving greater visibility of the complex flying operations. With its complement of aircraft, the QE class will be the centerpiece of Britain's military capability and will be versatile enough to be used for operations ranging from supporting war efforts to providing humanitarian aid and disaster relief. Admiral Kuznetsov. The Kuznetsov-class heavy aircraft carrying cruiser, also known as Project 1143.5 or the Orel class, was constructed at Nikolaev South Shipyard on the Black Sea in the Ukraine. The Admiral Kuznetsov was launched in 1985. The second vessel of the class, the Varyag, was launched in 1988. Admiral Kuznetsov is the only aircraft carrier in the Russian Navy. China purchased an upgraded version of the Varyag from Ukraine in 1998. The whole design is based on the earlier Admiral Gorshkov, launched in 1982, but it is larger with a full load displacement, 58,500 tons as compared to 40,400 tons. The Admiral Kuznetsov supports strategic missile-carrying submarines, surface ships, and maritime missile-carrying aircraft of the Russian fleet. The flight deck area measures 158,229 square meters, and aircraft takeoff is assisted by a bow ski jump angled at 12 degrees. The flight deck is equipped with arrestor wires. 2 starboard lifts carry the aircraft from the hangar to the flight deck. The ship has the capacity to support 16 Yakolev Yak-41M, 12 Sukhoi Su-27K fixed-wing aircraft, and a range of helicopters including 4 Kamov Ka-27LD, 18 Kamov Ka-27PLO, and 2 Ka-27S. The ship has a Granite anti-ship missile system equipped with 12 surface-to-surface missile launchers. The Granite missile is reported to have a range greater than 250 miles and is capable of carrying either a nuclear or conventional warhead. The Admiral Kuznetsov is equipped with an UDAV-1 anti-submarine system with 60 anti-submarine rockets. UDAV-1, supplied by the Splav Research and Production Association in Moscow, protects surface ships by diverting and destroying incoming torpedoes. The system also provides defense against submarines and saboteur systems such as underwater vehicles. The system has 10 barrels and is capable of firing 111SG depth charge projectiles, 111SZ mine laying projectiles, and 111SO diverting projectiles. Liaoning. China's first aircraft carrier, the Liaoning, went into service with the People's Liberation Army Navy (PLAN) and attracted considerable attention from both the Chinese press and military observers around the world. For some, the Liaoning was a symbol of China's global power. For others, it represented a significant first step toward a more muscular and assertive Chinese Navy. Originally built as a heavy aircraft carrying cruiser for the Soviet Navy, the ship was laid down as the Riga and renamed the Varyag in 1990. A Chinese travel agency purchased the unfinished hull in 1998, and 3 years later the ship was towed from the Ukraine to China, where it underwent extensive modernization of its hull, radar, and electronic systems. After years of refits, the Liaoning was commissioned into the PLAN in September 2012 as a training ship unassigned to any of the Navy's 3 major fleets. 2 months after the ship was commissioned, the PLAN conducted its first carrier-based takeoff and landings. Although it might be several years before a carrier air regiment is fully integrated into the PLAN, it was reported in November 2016 that the Liaoning is now combat ready. In mid-December 2016, China staged the first live fire drills involving the Liaoning. Since September 2018, the carrier has been undergoing its first major refitting. Reports indicate that the command center, or island, is being upgraded. INS Vikramaditya. The INS Vikramaditya is the Indian Navy's largest short takeoff assisted recovery or STOBAR aircraft carrier and warship that was converted from the Russian Navy's decommissioned Admiral Gorshkov vertical takeoff and landing or VTOL missile cruise carrier. The INS Vikramaditya was commissioned in November 2013. The warship has been extensively refurbished with new propulsion systems, hull sections, sensors, and flight deck. It was operationally deployed with a full complement of MiG-29 aircraft in May 2014. The vessel can carry more than 30 long-range multi-role fighters with anti-ship missiles, air-to-air missiles, guided bombs, and rockets. The aircraft aboard the carrier include MiG-29K Sea Harrier combat aircraft, Kamov-31 Radar Picket Airborne Early Warning AEW helicopter, Kamov-28 Naval Helicopter, Sea King helicopter, ALH Druv, and Cheetah helicopter. The refurbished aircraft carrier INS Vikramaditya is equipped with 234 new hull sections constructed using 2,500 tons of steel. It has an overall length of 931 feet, a maximum beam of 196 feet, height of about 200 feet, and a displacement of 44,500 tons. It features 22 decks and 2,500 compartments, of which 1,750 were completely rebuilt. It can carry more than 1,600 personnel, including crew. Sponsons are installed to increase the breadth at the flight deck. The modernized ship is also equipped with flight deck lighting systems, new AC plants, refrigeration plants, a 14-degree ski jump, 100-foot wide arrestor gears, 3 restraining gears, and 2 reverse osmosis plants for producing 400 tons of fresh water per day. The modifications also included replacement of almost 1,500 miles worth of old electrical cables with new cables, upgrades to the bulbous bow, and replacement of distilling plants. The aft aircraft lift and ammunition lifts were also upgraded. Charles de Gaulle R-91. The Charles de Gaulle R-91 is a nuclear-powered aircraft carrier currently in service with the French Navy. It stands as the first French-produced nuclear-powered surface craft ever and features a variety of modern high-tech systems that make the carrier a major player on the global stage. The ship fields the powerful naval variant of the Dassault Rafale jet fighter and can also sport a variety of other specialized aircraft and helicopters as needed. The Charles de Gaulle is the current flagship of the French Navy, also known as the Marine Nationale. Although relatively smaller than its Western counterparts, the Charles de Gaulle is nevertheless a potent carrier designed to fit French Navy interests. The island superstructure is held along the starboard side, but more forward compared to Western designs. The superstructure contains most of the detection, communications, and radar equipment systems. Most of the vessel's surface area is made up of the flight deck and includes an angled portion running from rear starboard stern to port side. The design features noticeably smooth contour lines running above the waterline. As with most carriers on today's seas, the Charles de Gaulle makes its offensive presence known through its onboard air wing. It can field up to 40 types of various makes and models of aircraft as needed, but more traditionally sports Super E-10 Dards and Dassault Rafale's fighters, Grumman E-2C Hawkeye aircraft, and SA-365 Dolphin series naval helicopters. For defensive measure, the Charles de Gaulle can call upon its battery of 4x8 cell silver launchers firing the MBDA Astra 15 series surface-to-air missile, or the 2x6 cell Sadrol launchers fitted with Mistral short-range surface-to-air missiles. Additionally, the CDG is covered from close-in aerial or surface threats with its array of 8x20mm GAT-20 F2 series single-barrel cannons. Supporting systems include ARBR-21 detector suite, ARBB-33 countermeasure suite, decoy launchers, ARB-G2 MAG-RED interceptor system, and SLAT anti-torpedo countermeasures. And there you have it. Those are the 7 most insane new military aircraft carriers in service today and launching in the very near future. Which feature are you most excited to see in action? Are there any vessels on this list you don't think will hold water long term? Let us know your thoughts on these new naval developments down in the comments. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button and the bell down below if you want to make sure you never miss out on important new military information like this.